All right, nice to catch up with you. We had a few words and a pretty lengthy chat a few months ago when it was lovely and warm, but things have changed in terms of the weather. But for you, weather permitting, come Tuesday night, you should be back in action in the FA Youth Cup tie at home, of course, to your next opponents in Cardiff City. How have the preparations gone, first of all?
Yeah, we've been quite fortunate that we've still been able to train consistently. We've had a couple of games been called off, obviously due to the conditions, but in terms of our training, our preparation, our planning for the Youth Cup, we've been able to keep the sessions in place, utilising the facilities down at the soccer centre as well. So yeah, in terms of planning and prepping, we've managed to stay on track with where we're at.
It's gold dust, isn't it, what the sort of facilities this football club has got. Yes, it may be League Two in its standing, but facilities are a lot higher than that.
Yeah, the facilities are really good. We're quite fortunate, like you say, for a club of our size and stature and where we are in the leagues, to have the facilities that we've got. And then additionally to that, the facilities at the soccer centre have got a brand new state-of-the-art 4G pitch, which has only recently been put in. It's brilliant for us and able to utilise them when we can, especially when the weather's like it is and we can't get on the grass as much. To have the different training grounds that we can utilise just helps with the training schedule.
We'll talk more about the game coming up against Cardiff in a few minutes' time. Let's talk a bit more about you on a personal note. We spoke to you and your assistant David Vaughan, who said earlier in the season about your new role. Well, you've been into that new role quite a few weeks now. How do you think it's going?
Yeah, I think it's going good. Enjoying it. Great to be out working with the players every day. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time. And then reaping the rewards at the moment, getting to see the players develop and just continue to be part of their journey as well. So yeah, it's going well and enjoying it.
What would you say the main sort of area that you've tried to bring into your group?
Just continue to, obviously the individual is the priority here, but also develop the principles that the first team are looking to incorporate in terms of how they're playing. We're drip feeding that in terms of a team basis. But obviously the things still stay the same in terms of the individuals, the most important for us. We've got to get them players through and playing into that first team. So it's just getting my teeth into the work, really understanding what the players' needs are across the board, getting to know them better on a more holistic approach. And just doing what I can to keep developing them.
Obviously, we've seen the change at the management at the top, although the two boys are still working hand in hand and together in Lee Bell and Alex Morris, as well as the rest of the coaches as well. One thing that Lee made a point of the other week in an interview, where he said he hopes that he could just instill that more of a winning mentality in the teams, even down to the younger age group. Has it changed a little bit, do you think, academy football to that way of thinking?
Yeah, I think different clubs have different mentalities. I think some clubs are win at all costs. We want to win games of football. At any age, every coach that takes an age group here wants to win a game of football. But the younger you go, it's not at the detriment of the performance and the individuals. But we go into every game wanting to win it. Like you say, it's important that you have that mentality. You want to win games, but for me, the performance always comes before the outcome, if you like. And the further you go down, the more that's important. But like you say, it's breeding that winning mentality, and obviously the higher up you go, the more important it becomes.
Well, let's talk about the game, fingers crossed, that will come up for you next, and that being Cardiff, Championship club. You've won against Mansfield after extra time. That was an experience for your boys in front of the home crowd. Then you went away and won at Grimsby, another experience. Now you've got a Championship side. Do you sort of see an upward trend, like a Championship club playing a League Two club, or is the level more or less equal?
Yeah, to be fair, if you're looking at it from a first team basis, then they're well ahead, but not from an academy point of view. We play in the same league. We're in the north section, they're in the south. We competed with them, or we have done for as many years as since the E2P have come in, they're Cat 2, same as us. And it's an opportunity for the boys to test themselves again. The further you go and the deeper you go into this competition, the games will get tougher, will get harder. But we think we've got a great chance. We'll do everything we can off the pitch in terms of planning and preparing for it to give the boys the best opportunity.
When you say about, sorry about that, Ryan, well, just jumping in on you there. When you say planning and preparation for it, is it like a first team management setup would do? Would they get some information on their opponents? Is that what you look for?
Yeah, and this is probably we only really do this for the Youth Cup really, and again it's just different experiences that you're trying to give the boys. So we would plan for the Youth Cup games as like what the first team would do. So we'd watch a couple of the games of the opposition, how they play, try and spot strengths and weaknesses, get them messages across to the players through video work sessions, etc., as well as out on grass, and just try and come up with a plan and solutions to come out on top on the night.
Well, of course, the Crew faithful, as they've always done, they've always followed what goes on at youth team level for many, many years. They'll be there in their numbers on Tuesday night, hopefully. And I suppose what your message is to them is get behind the boys, but for your boys to embrace this next occasion because this is their next experience in their progress.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in these competitions to get experiences for the boys. And like you say, they've had a couple of decent experiences and different ones at that as well. And that's why we have a bit more of a twist on we want to win these games, because the further in the competition we can go, the more experiences they're going to get and develop, and it's only going to put them in good stead hopefully further down the line in their journeys.